Character creation. For some people, it's the best part of the game, and they can create dozens of characters they won't ever even use. For others, it's the most intimidating, cumbersome, time-consuming process that feels like a chore and gets in the way of make-believe time. Some game systems have incredibly simple character creation processes, and others will even stick to pre-made characters. But on the other side, especially in D&D, one of the most popular TTRPGs in the world, character creation can be incredibly detailed at low levels and astronomical at the higher levels. That many choices can be a barrier to entry to some people, but I have a few ways to help lessen the struggles of creating the character. I'm gonna stay as system agnostic as possible, but I will be using the standard strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, and charisma skills because it gives us a great base to work off of. Hey, you wanna see a magic trick? Okay, first think of a Pokemon. Got it? Good, now hit the subscribe button. Alright, now think of a sport. Okay, nice. Now hit the like button on this video. Sweet, okay, hold on. And presto! Pretty good, right? You helped make that appear. Thank you, good job. My first piece of advice is copy an existing character that you like. As long as you aren't picking the worst, most show-stealing type of characters to mimic, having an established character that you think is cool or funny as your baseline takes a ton of work out of making a character. Let's say you want to be Superman. Write down a list of 6 to 10 things that define what Superman is to you, and kablam! You already have like half of your decisions removed from the pile. For me, I would pick a handful of superpowers and the rest would be character traits both good and bad. So, flight, obviously, damage resistance, super high strength, and X-ray vision. That right there already makes combat fun. He has above average intelligence, he is kind, empathetic, and quite charming, but he is incredibly idealistic and sometimes stubborn. As for backstory, an orphan found as a baby and raised by farmers out in the boondocks? That's easy as apple pie right there, son. The second bit of advice is to ask your DM if there are any bits of world lore you can take into your backstory to help with their world building. If you want to be the best player ever, tell your DM that you're willing to take on characteristics or backstory details and watch their face light up as they plan all sorts of devious twists for your character. Make sure you actually stick to what they give you though. Don't knock down all their ideas when you didn't want to write a backstory. My last 2 cents are about class selection. Choosing which class to play is a big choice, not just because it's what you play through the whole game, but because different classes have different level of complexity, not only in gameplay, but in just the creation process itself. Classes have variants and skill trees that make finding the abilities you might want nearly impossible without hours of research. Even after DMing 5th edition for 5-ish years now, I still get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of choices you have to make as a player. Brand new players must feel like they're about to take an equivalency exam by the time they finish making a character. First, never be afraid to look around online for a pre-built character that fits what you want. Literally, if you want to play Wolverine, there are at least 6,700 different Wolverine builds on Reddit alone, and so long as they aren't full of janky-ass homebrew, you can drop it into your game as it is. Secondly, letting other players choose their classes first and then filling in the roster where it needs it best is a great way to make sure you don't regret your choice. Being useful in-game is always nice, and sometimes picking a class willy-nilly can leave you doing nothing of use for the party. However, if you're crazy like that, you can always let fate decide. Randomizer or dice roll or whatever you want to do. Leave it up to chance and ride the wave to Party Town, brother. That's it for this one. Be good. Be kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. My second bit of I need a drink. Over the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The second bit of advice me running. Oh, I need to give myself a thing to know where it starts.